Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube. I wanted to come on here today to have a little conversation with you. Usually I do this on my podcast, but I thought I'll just do it on YouTube, just to like share a couple of things with you that came up for me and that maybe you'll find helpful. I've been doing a lot of car shares, and of course the sound is a little bit challenging sometimes. And I've also been doing some videos from my office, from my phone. But today I'm actually sitting at my desk and I can do this from my computer, which, will give us a little bit better quality of sound and a little bit more peace. And I wanted to really discuss with you certain things. And I think one of the things that really is coming up for me is talking about the why of certain choices. So I want to talk about why it's important to eat healthy. So as you look at 2024, it's a year of opportunity just started. So we like to have these clean slates to begin with. And I know a lot of you may have resolutions, and I personally don't do resolutions. I find them very limiting and actually too much pressure, and they usually end up with resolution going into dissolution. So I prefer a path and choices and commitment. So the word that I always talk to my clients about is commitment, and a commitment means that you are, first of all, you know the why of certain choices you want to make, and then you commit to them by making a step every day. And it can be the smallest step ever, because ultimately, if you make one little step each day, they add up and they really make a massive difference. So that's much more impactful than going big bang on things when that's not your character. And then you feel restricted, you feel limited, you feel like you're on a diet. And then everything goes to shit by day 31 because, my God, I've done this the whole month. It was the most horrible thing ever. Also, with this thought about resolutions, which are short term, is that instead of changing your lifestyle, you are just looking at the time that you're doing something and you're really looking forward to the end of it. But good choices, good decisions, and changing your lifestyle is not about the ending date, actually. It's about the starting date with the little changes you make every day, and then continuation and commitment going forward. And that's when you see the results. And that's really, really powerful. So I want to talk about 5 reasons why eating a good diet will really change your life and why you should do it. One, your health is your wealth. Health matters so much, and we take it for granted because, one, unless we're sick, we don't really think about losing it. And also, two, because we are so used to seeing people in a poor state of health, we think that certain things that people are going through are normal when they're not. And so we get used to seeing people doing poorly. And when we are doing better, even though we're not doing excellent, we say, hey, I'm good. The thing is, we need to be excellent. Like, we have to wake up in the morning full of energy. We should have the energy to do everything we want during the day. And we shouldn't really be feeling crappy on a constant level. We shouldn't be aiming to take stimulation, like stimulating drinks, like coffee, energy drinks, or whatever people have, or sugar, of course, and or medication if we are in pain. Like, these things shouldn't be our norm, but they are actually quite common. They become normal. They are not normal, but they are common. And so we have to make that difference. So that's one thing. Your health is your wealth. So once you have that established in your mind, then you want to do everything you can to preserve it. The second thing is that if you want to make better decisions every single day, you have to put better food into your body. And there's a reason for it. Biochemically and just physiologically speaking, your body is going to perform better if you put good food in it. Your microbiome is going to be performing better if you're nourishing the good bacteria. That means having plant food full of fiber, because bacteria thrives on fiber. And as a result, you'll make better decisions, because there is such a thing called gut-brain axis, where you have a connection and you have a conversation happening between your gut and your brain. You create more serotonin into your gut than into your brain. So your mood is going to be elevated. Your pathways to your hormones are going to be clear. And therefore, you're going to be better at making better decisions because your mind is going to be in a better state of connectivity and health because your gut is so. So those are important things to think about. Being in a good state of health will make you make better decisions. Better decisions means a good ripple effect. So if you're looking to have good results with anything, you have to make better decisions, right? You have to think about decisions, consequences of these decisions, actions, and consequences. So that's another reason. Number 3, better decisions also change the outcome of your life if you're looking to change your life. So many people keep on complaining about their life. Oh, I wish I had more money. Oh, I wish I had my dream job. Oh, I wish I had this. Oh, I wish I had that. But they don't do anything different. They keep on doing the same thing. Now, linked to point number 2 about making better decisions, actions are the follow up to decisions. If you don't make good decisions, you're not going to have good actions. You're not even going to take an action. You're going to just repeat a loop and you're going to end up having just the same results because you can't have a different outcome with the same pattern every single day. So that is really, really key. And I really believe that if you want to change your life, you have to change the things that are not working for you. If you are waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning, tired, and you're not really motivated, or even if you're waking up really early and you're not motivated, then you're not going to make better decisions. You're not going to make decisions that will change anything. You're going to just do the same thing every day. This is why habits are so important because you already have them, but most of them are not great. So you have to make better decisions to see better outcomes. So if you're eating healthy, that will happen. And, in order to make better decisions also you have to have a routine that you can only build if you have a structure, and it starts with what you're eating because that commitment is really important. And that takes me to point number 4, which is commitment. Nothing happens if you don't commit to it. So everybody's starting the year with resolutions, but I always say resolution end up into dissolution, so don't make resolutions. Make a commitment to yourself to make changes every single day. If you do that, and that means you're eating healthier every day, you're making better choices for yourself every day, then you are also going to see that you are committed to it. And by committing, you're going to see all the other things that we just talked about. You're going to see changes, you're going to see better health, you're going to see the connection that your thoughts and your actions have together. The picture comes together holistically, which is what this is all about. So another reason to eat really healthy and to bring the best food into your body is to make sure that you are actually reaching your potential and you're not only just ticking boxes and be like, oh, I have a resolution, I'm going to do it until the 31st of January. No, man, this has to stay with you the whole time. And the 5th point as to why you should do it is because the ripple effect of your choices is really, really powerful. When I talk about choices, of course, I'm talking about going on a whole food, plant-based diet that is void of junk, that is void of preservative, is void of crap that your body doesn't need. And I know it can feel like, oh my gosh, you're so extreme. But the thing is that we live in an extreme world. We live in an extremely sick world. We also live in a world that is full of war and violence and injustice and unfaithfulness and disbelief and lack of magic and wonder. And so if you want to be different from the world, if you want to see changes in the world even, you have to make better changes for yourself. You have to make sure that you are looking after yourself and that you are actually having the best food that you can, that is kind in nature and that is actually appropriate for our species. Now, I know that we can ingest and digest things like animal products, but that doesn't necessarily mean those foods are made for us as a species. As humans, we don't have the teeth to rip apart flesh. We have to cut it with our forks and knives, and we have to chew it when it's in small pieces. We would never go into a field and rip the skin off a living animal. We have to cook it. We have to season it. That's not our natural diet. But if you grab a piece of fruit from a tree, like this morning, I actually did that. I took a tangerine off a tree and I ate it. I could peel it with my hands and I ate it. That's my natural food. I have all the tools that it takes to take that fruit, peel it off and eat it. Like you can see this natural, path. And by eating the right food, by eating the things that are actually appropriate for you, you are elevating not just your health, but also your energy and your vibration. And that has a beautiful ripple effect on animal, planet, and so on. And I know that we can converse until the cows come home about science, and we talk about protein and carbohydrates and fats and what is needed and so on. But you know what? We can talk about it and we can dissect every little bit, and we can even, discuss the positive argument that the carnivore camp can talk about. But ultimately, the truth is, science even shows that our natural diet has to be rich in fiber and that we can thrive on a plant based diet. And naturally, that's our diet. Our digestive system thrives on plants. And if you are not doing well by eating more fiber, it's because you are not in a good state of gut health. That means that your microbiome is compromised. You might have dysbiosis, and you have to bring it back to a good state. That takes time, but it also takes training. If you don't use a muscle, you lose a muscle. So if you want to use the muscle, you have to train it. And by that, I mean, you have to eat fiber. Maybe you have to start very slowly so that your microbiome is going to get used to eating certain foods. You're going to repopulate your gut with the microbiome that is missing, because bacteria will only populate an environment that is suitable for them. If we eat a diet that is void in certain foods, that microbiome, those bacteria that love those foods, won't be there. But if you actually take the time to repopulate by having those foods a little bit at a time, they will come back. And then you can digest that food. So there is a symbiotic relationship with our microbiome, with the bacteria in our gut, on our skin, everywhere. And we have to take care of those because we are responsible for them as they are responsible for us. This is a symbiotic relationship we have with them. So if you want to be healthy, this is another reason to really, be it, because your step every day has a bigger ripple effect on animals, planet, other humans. And when I say other humans, I really mean it. See how much war and violence we have. If we ate better and made better decisions, a lot of the stuff might not even happen. So I'm not saying, of course, that we would get rid of evil, but it would be better. I really think it would be better because at least most of us would be able to think straight, which most of us at the moment are not able to. And it's not even our fault when we don't, because we don't know better. We're not told better. We're not educated better. We are told the same narrative all the time, over and over. And our choices are making certain companies very rich. They're making us feel enslaved. They're taking power away from us. We don't even know where our food comes from. Most of us don't even know how to grow it. So there is a lot of work to do. So you have to eat healthy. You have to be healthy so that you can make better decisions. So 2024 will look like a very different year, even what you thought it would look like. And I promise you, it will be an amazing year. So make better decisions, be healthy, and know your why. See you soon. Bye.